As we marvel at the advances in human technology, we should remember that as technology grows more powerful, the potential for disaster, if misused, grows right alongside it. Chernobyl and Fukushima are but two recent examples. GMO technology is only now starting to reveal its darker side. But the real threat is fundamental changes that, lacking the drama of an explosion, may have happened without notice. A staple of the science fiction genre is a possible future where computers rule the Earth. In most of these stories, a giant computer system is built for a benign and beneficial purpose, but owing to mistakes in programming or use, turns to evil, such as HAL 9000 in 2001: A Space Odyssey, or Vicky in I, Robot, or a military battle control system that decides that all humans are the enemy, such as Skynet in the Terminator series, or Colossus: The Forbidden Project. All of these films generally agree that allowing computers to rule the world is a bad thing to be avoided at all costs. But the reality is that while we were on guard against Colossus: The Forbidden Project and its ilk, the world did fall under the control of computers in a very real way. The world is already under the control of a global computer system, one which was created from the start not for a benign purpose, but to intentionally turn the human race into slaves. I'm speaking of the global financial and banking computer systems, which from the moment of their creation have but one instinct, which is the extraction of wealth from the masses for the benefit of their owners. We simply did not notice because we were told these computers were there to serve society, but they are not. These high-speed computers are already operating way beyond the capacity of their owners to comprehend, and under their influence, global financial markets are shaped and reshaped to maximize profit, usually at the cost of corporations, banks, and individuals not privy to their high-speed calculations. They control the global economy, and through that economy, they control us. Let me give you an example of how this inhuman intelligence has changed the world, and not for the better. Let us say that a human investor of a bygone age is shown two business plans. One plan is for a product that is of a benefit to mankind, but costly to develop and test, fulfills a niche market, but forecasts a moderate rate of return. The other business plan is for some new gadget of dubious usefulness, or sold as a fashion accessory to feed a fad and promising a very high rate of return very quickly. The human investor would take into consideration the value of the product being developed. He might not want his name associated with a get-rich-quick fad. He might decide to invest in the useful product and make his profit over the long term. Many of our greatest technological breakthroughs resulted from such wise balancing among priorities. But to a computer investment system, there would be no such weighing of issues. The computer will select whichever business plan promises the maximum profits in the minimum amount of time. And as a result, we see today in our modern world a marketplace flooded with junk products that are designed not to last and are in many cases actually dangerous. The humanity has vanished from our global financial system because humans are no longer making the key decisions. The owners of these giant financial computer networks may pose and preen in their expensive suits and see themselves as masters of the world, but in reality they are merely along for the ride. Day-to-day control of the world's financial systems has escaped their grasp. Financial computers decide which businesses will be funded and which will not, what companies are kept in the United States and which are sent offshore, who gets hired, who loses their job, and after that, who loses their homes. Science fiction, and indeed all movies, make sure that the villains look villainous, so you know who to boo at. But in real life, great evils are upon us simply because we do not see their presence until it is far too late. So it is with having ceded control of the global economy to computers, and along with it, control over our lives, what food we eat, what medicines we take, where we live, and what quality of life we may have. Humans may have lost control of the world without really knowing it. The computers that rule the world will keep the human race as long as the human race feeds it what it really wants, what has been programmed to desire above all else, which is wealth, numbers, tallies in computer ledgers. What happens when humans are mere pieces in an endless financial game played by global computer systems? What happens when humans are no longer able to produce enough wealth to justify the cost of keeping them alive in the minds of those computers? These are questions which must be asked while there is still time to answer.